Good afternoon, everybody. It's FA Cup action. Newcastle against Brighton. Eddie Howe has made 6 changes. Change of goalkeeper again. Isak and Joe Linton are back, so that's a positive. Downer is no Lewis Hall. But Brighton did beat Newcastle earlier this season. We dominated all the ball. We just couldn't score. But the Newcastle needs a different outcome if they're going to progress in the last 8 of the FA Cup. Let's get doing into St James's Park.
Right, so we've arrived just outside of the Tesco at St James's Park. We've got about half an hour before kick-off. The weather has been absolutely brilliant the last few days. You can tell that spring is on the horizon. It's one of my most favourite times of the year. I just love it when the weather changes and the clocks change at the end of March. It's just brilliant. So I'm heading in past the Alan Shearer statue and Sir Bobby statues into my seat. And here's another aerial shot of fans coming into the Gallagher and the East Stand. The lads are already on the pitch as I got in at the stadium, starting to warm up, go through some pre-match stuff, and it's on ITV coverage. There's Gabriel Clark speaking to Ali McCoist. We've had Gabriel Clark on the channel before. Now, of course, Brighton beat us earlier this season. We had all the ball, but we couldn't score. So this is not a foregone conclusion. There's a place in the FA Cup quarter-finals up for stake. And here's the squad. There's been 6 changes made to Eddie Howe's starting 11. There's an injury to Lewis Hall, which is really concerning. But the goalkeeper has changed one more time. Martin Dubravka comes back in. And so does Joe Linton. It's a welcome boost to see him back. But as I say, 4 other changes around the squad. Brighton, on the other hand, have only made 1. As the flags start to come up, the Gallagher, with everybody's names printed on there who's donated to the flags. This is a huge surfer flag. It goes all the way from literally row 1 all the way to the back. It's quite incredible. I'd love to see this from the outside looking over at the Gallagher, but I'm always in the Gallagher, so I always miss it. And the flag is coming down and reveal the pitch in any moment now. There you go, St James's Park in all of its fine glory. But let's start the game, and Newcastle got off to a great start from a penalty from Isak. Literally on the stroke of half time, and of course it would be that man who used to play, when I say used to play, never actually kicked a ball for Newcastle, was on the books at Newcastle, sold him for a huge profit, and he goes and scores against us. A little bit of defenders that are out of position, and deflected shot of Trippier which goes into the back of the net past Martin Dubravka, and it's 1-1 at half time. People are probably thinking themselves when they get themselves a cup hour and a drink and what have you, and a bit of bite to eat. Probably a little bit fortunate Brighton to equalise, but the second half was full of drama. Anthony Gordon was sent off for pushing his hands into Van Hecke's face. You can't do this in modern football. You're giving the referee decision a choice to make to either send you off or not. And now he's got a 3-match ban and he will miss the Carabao Cup final. It's a massive blow for him. It's a massive blow for Newcastle. It's stupid. It's just hot-headed. And you wouldn't think of Anthony Gordon now. He's done a lot of calm in the last couple of years. It's really frustrating that he's down to 10 men. You can't really question it. You can't really argue against it. He deserves the red card. Newcastle are down to 10 men. But then Brighton get another man sent off. Tariq Lamptey gets a second yellow only a few minutes later to make it 10 against 10 in stoppage time. And Newcastle thought that they actually had scored through Fabian Schar, but that was ruled off through VAR and it went into extra time. However, despite Newcastle's few chances in extra time, it was Brighton who scored. Danny Welbeck off the bench found himself free. I don't know where the centre-backs were. Tino Livramento playing him on. He fires home and he sends Brighton the quarter-finals of the FA Cup, which is really disappointing considering that a lot of the big boys are already out of this competition. And Manchester United also went out against Fulham. The stereotype Big Six, is hardly any of them left. But as Eddie Howe ponders that we're out of the FA Cup, we do have a League Cup final to look forward to, but got to take this game by game. We've got injuries, which is a real worry. I'm really concerned about that, especially Lewis Hall on that left flank, because we've lost Anthony Gordon now through suspension. If we lose Lewis Hall for that final, that left flank against Mo Salah is looking very weak. As you can see in the pictures here, I felt leaving the ground really frustrated, really downbeat. I don't think I've been this negged out probably since Chelsea away, to be fair. Oh, it's just frustrating, and as fans start to head out to the bars, drinks and food, or heading home, they must be thinking, what if? As I say, there's not many of the big boys left in this competition. I'm starting to make my way back up to filming. It's just myself today, as a lot of the other lads can't make today's game. Some are abroad, some are down south, and you can see myself here setting up for the last word, walking away and coming back. How have we got out that FA Cup, man?
Anthony Gordon, what are you doing? Now suspended for the final. Hopefully the Lewis Hall injury isn't too bad, because it's been a bad day for Newcastle, a really, really bad day. But life of a football fan, isn't it? Yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Take care. Bye.